So today is the 25th of February, and we're going to do 2007, day after Dad's birthday and my birthday and Sitho's birthday and Phyllis's birthday and Nancy's birthday, and we're going to have a cooking series starring Helen Brown, who will not provide any recipes to my brother and I because she doesn't use measurements. So we're going to film everything that she cooks, and hopefully we'll be able to learn how to make this food from filming this. So here we go.
Now, don't make her see this. Sitho always wears an apron when she's cooking. So come into Sitho's kitchen. And of course, Sitho's apron is just about everything Sitho makes. Check it out. What do you see here? Bitlewe, Kibbeh.
It's all there.
It's all here. Mishwe, hummus.
What are we making today?
Today we're making kibbeh. We might have a little bit of kibbeh naye. For sure we're going to have kibbeh in the Sanieh, which is baked kibbeh. We're going to have baked chicken and rice. And we're going to have Lebanese salata and a little bit of fatouche.
Oh, wow.
So Helen's got a lot of cooking. Now, in Sitho's show, you're going to recognize things that are not familiar. Things like typical measurements. Because typical Lebanese people don't measure. They don't say we're going to have a cup of this and a teaspoon of that. They say we're going to have shway, nitfe, shutfe. That's what we're going to do today. So here's what we've done so far. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make the harshway for the kibbeh and the Sanieh. We've chopped up some onions. We're going to throw those in the pan.
How many onions is that?
That would be about a half of an onion.
A white onion?
Doesn't matter. Any kind of an onion, okay? We got a half of an onion in there. We might need more. That's why I've got more over there. Probably going to need more. And then we're going to throw in some pine nuts.
Nuts. Are they flavored in any way?
Nope. They are just, if I can get them open, we'll put them in there. Pine nuts.
Let's see what we got there. Okay.
They're very expensive, so if you can get them in big containers like this, do so. So we're going to have a couple handfuls. These are a key ingredient in Lebanese cooking. So we're going to throw 2 handfuls. That's for the kibbeh and the Sanieh. We're going to chop up a little bit more onion.
And you can just keep the pine nuts in the freezer, right?
Keep them in the freezer.
Okay.
And that ingredient is also going to go in the harshway of the stuffed chicken.
Oh, cool.
So we got 2 different kinds of harshway going on here. We got the harshway for the kibbeh and the Sanieh, and the harshway for the chicken. So we're going to cut up a little bit more onion. These onions can be a little bit stronger because you're going to cook them. If you were going to eat them raw, they really shouldn't be this strong. Because you'll have bad breath all day long. Not good. You don't want to stink. Because people go around and say, what's that riha? You don't want people to say that. So, anyways, we're going to cut up just a few more onions to throw in there. You can chop them up whatever way you want. Since I'm not a chef, I just do them the Haryala way. And the Haryala way is Sitho's way. Any way they get chopped up. That's Sitho's way.
It's bam!
Bam!
Or yellow!
Yellow! Chop them up just a few more. They can be coarsely chopped because they're going to cook down anyways. They don't have to be. Fancy schmancy. Now mind you, I taught this boy that's taking this picture how to make chicken years ago when he was in college, and I guess he made it for all the people that lived in his house, and I'm guessing it was a big hit, but every time he went to make it again, he had to call Sitho up for the recipe, who gave him the same recipe.
I have no recollection of ever making chicken.
Yeah, you made chicken and rice.
I did not make chicken and rice. I made tabbouleh.
No, you made chicken and rice too. Okay, now, we're going to cook this. No, I'm not wrong.
What are you doing?
I'm adding olive oil, and you see, I'm not measuring. I'm just covering the top of that. We're going to saute the onions and the pine nuts. Okay?
Okay.
Just a little bit till the onions cook through. Oh, that's the wrong. The only way they do that is if you
And
turn on the correct
this is
burner.
for the chicken and rice or
No,
the
this
kibbeh
is
and
for the
s-
kibbeh.
Okay.
This is for the kibbeh. We're going to save this. Actually, while that's starting to cook, we're going to cut this up in little pieces. Okay, get the skin off. Get the other big onion. We're going to do things in stages here.
So folks, the theme at this point is onions, onions, onions.
Yeah, onions, garlic, and onions. And olive oil. That's why, thanks God, Lebanese people are very healthy people. Because we eat lots of garlic and lots of onions.
It may not smell the best, but we reasonably healthy.
We stink, as Sita used to say. You stink. Okay. Dean Hillary
Sita would have been how old yesterday? Let's see.
96.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm sure she's up there right now telling me, Helen, did you wash your hands? Helen, don't do that. I don't like the way you do that. But that's okay, Ma. We're doing the best way we know how.
Not like Sita.
Not like Sita. There's nothing like Sita. Now, we don't have a grinder. So we, like the old people did. So we're going to take a blender and we're going to chop up these onions till they're almost like mush. Because this is what we're going to add to the kibbeh when we mix the kibbeh up. So put a few ice cubes in there.
Really?
A little bit of water.
Ice cubes? So
Yeah,
how many
there's-
onions is that? Is that another full?
1.5. One
One
and
and
a
a
half.
half,
Because
okay.
we got quite a bit of meat. We got about 4 pounds of meat we're going to be.
4 pounds of
4
meat
or
for
5
1.5
pounds.
onions. You figure it out, folks. I don't know what to say about that.
Well, if you like, you can add more onions, but what's the point? And you add a little bit of water.
Just a splash of agua to the mix
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Okay, move that out of the way. And put this on the Cuisinart. See if it works. This is not Rachel Ray, folks. This is Helen Brown, who has a problem with her utensils. I don't know how Rachel does it. Everything works in Rachel's kitchen. Everything would work in my kitchen if I cooked. Don't cook anymore. Don't cook any less. There we go. Okay.
We got some sauteing happening here as we speak.
That's correct.
Light saute.
Light sauteing. Also, folks, what might help you is a book that was given to me years ago, Lebanese cooking, and this
There
is
you go.
exactly what we're making today.
Well, I'm turning the camera off now. Shit.
Yeah.
Show's over, folks. See ya. I'll take that one.
No, you won't. Okay. Mixing this a bit.
If you guys could smell this, it already smells good.
Saute that. In the meantime, turn this thing on. And we are going to pulse. Okay. We're pulse. We're going to
How many ice cubes?
3.
3 little cubes.
And the reason for the ice cubes is because when you're working with raw meat, you want the meat not to get dark, and you want it to stay nice and red, especially if you're going to have kibbeh na'i, which is raw kibbeh,
Right.
or steak tartare, Lebanese style.
Okay.
And if the meat looks good today, we might have a little bit of, now you see how that's gotten?
Yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Kind of milky looking,
Yeah.
soapy looking.
Make sure that the ice cubes are, looks good. Oh, that in there, that didn't cook. Take it off. But we'll try it again, okay? And Sito's also going to show you how to clean things and make your life a little easier. As you know, Sito, I gotta have a clean kitchen. Okay, turn that off. That's ready to go for the kibbeh na'i. And then we're going to be stirring this. Now, ordinarily, in the olden days, people would go to the butcher shop, pick out their meat, bring it home, clean it, and grind it themselves. Today, you can't do that. Well, you can. But you can't go to the packing houses, so you have to find the leanest possible meat.
Right, like 85 or 90 or what?
Here we have 9307.
9307. Okay.
So as you can see, there's very little fat in this. Very little.
Yeah.
So we might.
How
This
much
might.
is that? Is that about a pound or what?
This is about a pound. So we're going to take about a pound of this. Save a little bit of this for the hushway, for the other hushway. And we're going to wait until this cooks. Now, see how the onions are getting almost see-through-y? Okay, whoop, and then they fly all over. And you get them out of the other stove.
So the onions being almost see-through means what?
There is a term for that, but Sito doesn't know the term. Mind you, Sito is not Rachel Ray. Sito does not go to the refrigerator and do this. Today we're going to be cooking blah, 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 pulls out all this stuff and has it in her arms and then throws it. And I'm like, where the hell did she get all that stuff? Because it takes Sito a while to think, especially when Sito's hungover.
There you go. Because Sito went to Fleming's last night, and then Martini's 2 last night, and then Martini's 1 last night.
Yes. Yes, and she had a concoction, so she's cooking with just a bit of a hangover. And if Sito, the real Sito, were here, she'd say, "Twa, I like it. Shum yourself." But she's not. So. Okay, we're cooking these onions up. All right, got that onion done. Now, we're going to take out of the refrigerator. This is the cracked wheat.
Okay, so
That we're gonna mix.
Where did that come from?
This came from the store.
Where did you just buy it and it looked like that?
No, it came. I'll show you how it came. Go get the package.
See, this is where the Helen show becomes irritating, because this already existed and she did not show me how to do this. So now we have to figure out how to do this by ourselves. Apparently. We'll see.
You can go to Whole Foods Market. You can go to
Oh,
HEB.
so it does look like that.
Yeah, it looks like this, but what you do with it is, you see how fine it is there?
Yeah.
Okay, after you put it in water and soak it, if you put 2 cups of this in here, it will blow up to 4 cups.
Okay.
Because you are soaking it overnight.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so that has to happen overnight. So
Well, it doesn't have to happen overnight, preferably an overnight. When it gets soaked up, when the wheat gets soaked, then it's time to use. When it gets to a consistency. This is the product that you put in tabbouleh, a little bit of tabbouleh.
Right, that's
a
the-
little bit
is
of
that
it
the
in the
bulgur wheat?
tabbouleh. This is the bulgur wheat right here. And it comes in different, it comes in fine, medium, and coarse. I always get the medium because the medium you can use in kibbeh na'i, you can use it in cooked kibbeh,
okay.
and you can also use it in
Wouldn't the
tabbouleh.
fine be for tabbouleh or no?
Actually,
Ideally?
Sito, well, it doesn't matter because you can use less of it.
Okay.
Because in tabbouleh you want less bulgur and more parsley and green onions and tomatoes.
And you keep that in the freezer too, right?
I keep that in the refrigerator. This does not have to go in
It
the
doesn't
freezer.
ever go to bad.
But sometimes I put this in the freezer. If I make too much of it, I'll put this in the freezer and thaw it out and use it when I want to make a little bit of kibbeh.
And that doesn't go bad, that
No,
bulgur
it does
wheat.
not.
So you use 2 cups of wheat,
Because we're making a big tray.
4 pounds of meat, 2 cups of wheat, and then how much water did you put in?
Probably a couple cups of water.
Okay, that's going to be the trick.
All right, if there was, what you see here was half of this. So if the bulgur wheat came up to the bowl, came up to this part of the bowl,
Yeah.
then you would go up to about that part of the bowl with the water and see how it doubled in size.
Okay, okay.
So
it
just cover
soaked
it.
So
Yeah.
okay, got it.
Soaked it in.
Okay.
Okay, see how nice this is looking?
Yeah, that's good. Smelling good too.
Okay, stop the camera a minute. I gotta go put in softener. We're gonna cook the meat to put inside the kibbeh. We're gonna cook kibbeh, okay? So just take about a handful
Wow.
of that.
Man, folks, this is where it happens. This is the magic.
We're gonna save that little bit right there for the hushway of the chicken. Okay, we don't like a lot of meat in the hushway of the chicken. At least my family doesn't. They prefer more rice. So now we're going to take salt, and I always use either coarse kosher salt or sea salt.
Yeah, sea salt.
We add salt to this. Okay, I know this looks like a lot, but it really isn't, because I'm not a salt person, as Mark will tell you. We add pepper. And as you can see, we're not measuring, we're just sort of putting there. And if Mark brings the camera over, he'll show you. That's how much we have on there, and it's really not very much. I always feel like people need to add salt. Salt is not good for you anyways. It's probably the worst thing you can put in your mouth other than fat. Right. It's worse than fat, actually. So, we got that, and to make it Lebanese, this is the key ingredient to making things Lebanese. Cinnamon.
Really?
Cinnamon. So we do, watch this. This is, when I say a pinch,
okay,
that's
cool.
it. That's a pinch.
Got it.
Titch, as Minnie would say. So now we cook this up. Mix this all up together. Make a nice little hush way. And if we feel like we need more meat, then we'll just use the rest of that and have less for the kibbeh. Also, we're going to be putting this into this is the new modern Sito way of doing things, because Sito doesn't like to wash pots and pans. She likes to enjoy her family. So we're going to put it in a throwaway aluminum pan.
Nice.
We call that a Sanieh.
Okay.
That's why it's called Kibbeh and the Sanieh.
Oh, there we go. I didn't know that.
Sanieh means a tray. So that's what we're going to be cooking it in, is a tray.
Smelling really good.
My Sito, or my mom, would probably not have thought of that years ago, because she always liked to wash dishes.
Therapeutic.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so see how that's cooking?
Yep.
Okay, let that cooking. By looking at the pan we're going to use, I need my spectacle. We're going to be using these.
Okay.
And maybe we'll have enough to make 2 of these.
Okay, cool.
So
So 4 pounds of meat.
we might have enough to make 2 of these, depending on whether or not people want, if we have just a little bit of kibbeh or not. But and even if we make just 1, I always put 2 trays under it, because sometimes these are so flimsy.
Right.
When you cut through them.
Yeah.
Ask Mark. Mark knows all about that.
Yep, I've seen that happen.
Uh-huh.
Our meat is turning brown.
Cooking.
So just low heat saute?
No, not really. I've
Medium?
had it on pretty high.
Medium?
Medium high. Yep. I'm thinking I might add the rest of that, because that's not going to go very far. So we're just going to go ahead and add the rest of that for the hush way. And we'll take a little bit out of the other one. We'll add just a little bit more salt.
So we have Danny and the kids coming over, Pete coming over, Nancy coming over. There's going to be about 9 people eating this tonight, or so.
No more cinnamon. Don't need any more cinnamon. So we're cooking that. And we're going to let that cook for a while. Okay? So we'll turn the heat down a little bit, maybe to about a 7. That would be like a medium or a medium high on your stove if you have electric stove. So medium high heat if you have a gas stove.
Got it.
Flame. All right, now we're going to go to get the other meat to make a kibbeh. Usually I have the butcher cut the meat up for me, but they don't do that anymore. So you have to find the leanest you can. So we've got about 5 pounds of meat here, which will be fine. But we're going to take a little bit of that and put it aside for the hush weight of the chicken.
Got it.
Drink a little bit of it, which is like drinking wine when you're Italian. Adds that, gives your food a little bit more flavor. Just kidding. Actually, This is one of Sito's bowls right here.
Wow.
This is an original Sito bowl.
Let's see that. Just a
Like
plastic,
that.
cheap plastic bowl. But it did the job. Did the job we needed to do.
And you know what? The one I really want to use, I think, is outside. It's the big lucking. We call that a lucking. See? Keep your eye on this so you can see how that's developing. I'll go outside.
Just about done, people.
All right, now look at this. We're going to be cooking this. You see there's a little bit of liquid in here. We're going to cook this until all the liquid is gone.
Really?
So you can forget about this for a while.
Okay.
We'll turn this down while we do other things.
These are tips that you
Okay.
will only find right here on Cooking with Sito.
That's right. And now Sito has to stop and take her vitamin pills because she's losing her strength. Okay?
And shrinking.
And
She
shrinking.
will be smaller by the end of the show.
Well, actually, it'll be bigger because I'll be eating all the food. Also, we need to get the spray for the bottom of the pans. Very important. I'm so glad Sito, the original Sito, I'm so glad they discovered this before Sito stopped cooking because this is a very important thing. Sito used to call this BEM. We're using the same meat. Okay?
About 90 or higher in the fat.
Oh, look what I just did.
Not supposed to do that. What did you spray that with? Just
pan.
okay.
So it's obviously not going to cook meat. But you know what? We'll use a little bit of that one. Makes me want to eat some of this raw.
If you get to witness this, folks, she'll eat the hamburger meat.
Take off this layer for the hashway here. Since that's the layer that touched this. Now, this is great meat though, you guys. It's very good meat. My mother would not have liked it, but by the same token, it's very good. One thing I had to do when you're cooking Lebanese food is you don't, like my mother, and I guess all the old timers used to do this, including myself, you stop and clean stuff in between, but you really don't have time to do that. So you just dump and go, and then you clean later. Now, we've got 3 packages in there, 2.5 packages, so we're going to take a little bit of this.
About 3 pounds of meat then, or what?
Well, no, we're going to dump it all in there, but I'm just going to start mixing some stuff in here.
But that's a total of 4 pounds of meat that we just brought out of the.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's the bulgur wheat she's adding.
Right, now, see, there's still a little bit of moisture in there, so I probably added more water to it than I needed to. So don't add that, just squeeze it out.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
And the other thing that I need are the onions. And how is our hashway coming along? It's still got a little bit of liquid in it, so that's okay. Now we're going to take all of this.
Wow, that is pretty awesome.
This
Diced
is the
up
onions.
keeping cold with the ice.
Right.
To keep the meat, preserve the color.
Right, very good.
Got it.
Because onions have a tendency to discolor meat, believe it or not. And I'll show you how
Another
we'll clean
cookie
that
fact
later.
that you'll only find here on Cooking with Sito.
That's right. Okay. Okay, so it's not right-handed, and as you can see,
Neither
She
is
was
Barack
big.
Obama.
you know,
I didn't know that. I noticed it in a picture where he was signing an autograph.
I think he's multi-dexterous. What do you call it? Ambidextrous. Well, he could be multi-dexterous. Okay,
No, he's
we'll
black.
have to bring him over. No, he's an Arabin, okay? This is a Lebanese cooking show, so that would be an Arabin. Now, since we're going to use quite a bit of salt, instead of draining the salt shaker, we are going to get the box of salt
Why wouldn't we?
that looks like this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to just pour salt in there. As you can see, that does not measure
Let's get a look at this.
She's going by the seat of her pants. So right now you see meat, smushed onions, bulgur wheat, And that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna put a lot of pepper in there. Okay. Actually, we'll just go ahead and use white pepper since it's here. You can use black pepper if you want it, but we've got it here.
Did
so
you
let's
see what we
use
did
it.
there? Just a little bit of white pepper.
Okay. No cinnamon in that. And how's our meat doing over here, Mark? Come on over here and take a look at it. See, it's almost...
The moisture's just about gone.
Moisture's just about gone, and we got it on. And we're going to start to mix. Oh boy, this is cold, so sit those hands are freezing. Oh boy.
The
Actually,
meat was in the fridge. The onions were cooked with ice.
this meat looks fabulous, so I think we're going to have a little bit of kibbeh nai, don't you?
Why wouldn't I? Would love to.
Okay, now we need to put more of this in, so we're going to go ahead and use the rest of this. Because we got lots of meat here. Rest of that in.
Okay.
And you know, notice I'm squeezing it because we don't need all that liquid to go in there. Okay? And everything is cold. You can't have things that are at room temperature because it makes the meat icky. It makes the meat turn dark. So everything has to be cold, especially if you're going to serve the meat raw.
There's nothing worse than an unattractive kibbeh nai, folks.
That's right. It makes you sick.
We like,
Okay, so we got most of that. Throw that in the sink.
we like dead sexy kibbeh over here.
That's right. Okay, now, all of our ingredients are in here. And it's almost like making meatloaf. Kibbeh is,
For all you rednecks out there, it's almost like meatloaf.
well, kibbeh is a staple, like pasta is to Italians, kibbeh is to Lebanese people. So, like, Italians have pasta every Sunday. Years ago, the original Sitto, my mom and her mom before her, we always had some sort of kibbeh on Sunday. It would either be raw kibbeh or kibbeh nai. We'd have kibbeh in the Sanieh, which is what I'm making today. The other kibbeh, and Mark can point it out, is on the back of that book. Mark, you want to flip that book over? Are the kibbeh balls that Mark and Deanie, turn the book around.
Turning the book around. And ooh, whoa, there they are. Right
There they are, but this Sitto can't make those because her fingers don't work like that. And as Sitto says, you don't want to mix this too long.
Man, folks, this is looking really good.
All right, we might have to have a little taste test here. Might have to have a little taste test.
Nope,
Need salt.
needs salt.
Okay. Mark's gonna have to put the camera down and pour some salt and sit those hands.
Where's the salt?
Right there. That's good.
This is kosher salt, people.
We're using kosher salt and Lebanese food. I don't know about that. That's using Yehud salt and Lebanese food.
Why can't we all just get it?
Yeah.
This is a gesture to all of the Yehud out there.
Who eat kibbeh anyways, so it doesn't matter. All right, are you ready, Mark?
Sure. Hang on, folks. Let's have a little taste of this.
Tell me if it needs.
This is what it's all about.
Is it good? Does it need more salt?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Good stuff.
good. Perfect. Perfect amount of onions, perfect amount of salt. Perfect, so we're gonna take one layer of this and we're gonna flatten it out in the tray. Okay,
Cool.
just like that.
So is this the exact kibbeh that you do make kibbeh balls with?
It is. It's
You
a
just-
basic recipe.
You just need to learn how to shape it.
Yeah.
And then how do you cook it? The same way?
No, you
But
have
you
to
put
fry
meat
it.
inside it, right? Oh,
You put that hushway inside of it. See, you hollow it out. It's
Yeah.
really an art
Got it.
to make
That
those
sounds
kibbeh
cool.
balls. And Auntie Kia used to make
I'm gonna.
potato
learn
kibbeh
how to make
balls,
kibbeh
which were called
Ooh,
kibbeh
that sounds
till
good. Wow.
Those were awesome. That was my favorite, kibbeh till That's what they
I
call
don't
that.
think I've ever had it.
I think you have. Okay, so now we have a layer of this, which is probably about 1/2 of an inch. So we're gonna have way too much kibbeh here.
Good. No such thing as too much kibbeh, people. Kibbeh can travel. It goes to Austin. It goes to the Woodlands. It can
Okay,
go
let's see
anywhere.
about this.
Need to be
Now,
part of
check
your-
this out. See this?
Yeah.
Done.
Wow.
No more liquid.
No liquid. Moisture free.
No liquid. So let's see if we have enough to make maybe
Look at that.
a small one that we can freeze. Just put a little bit of this in here.
Just covering the top of it, that's all, right?
That's right. And then we're going to put another layer of kibbeh on top of this.
Oh, wow, it's really cool.
And then we're going to make a little tray because we'll have enough to make a little one that I can freeze. Because if you do that, then you don't have to go through all of this. Okay, so we'll save this over here. Okay, now, here's what we're going to do. Now we're going to take this, it's almost like putting a puzzle together. You're going to take this, about the same thickness as what's on the bottom, and go
Yeah.
put it on the top.
Okay.
Like that.
Got it. Wow. Pretty cool.
And you got to do it this way because if you do it the other way, where you just plop it on there, then the meat is going to catch on to it. We don't want that to happen. Actually, we need to move that meat over. We got too much in one spot here. Okay. And then we smooth this out after we're done. See how that works?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more. Right in there. That's it right there. Now, Mark, why don't you get me an ice cube, please?
One ice cube.
Always remember, you want your hands to be cold.
Oh, interesting. That's why you're doing that. Look at that. She's wetting her hand with the ice cube.
Smooth out the kibbeh. Smooth it out with the ice cube, too.
Little tips and tricks that
When you're
only
dealing
those
with
in
raw
the
meat,
know.
you have to be really careful because of the E. coli. Okay, so set those wet in our hands.
That looks so good. How many pounds of meat do you think that is? Which would be a size that
Oh, I don't
those of
know.
us that
Maybe
are
about
cooking for 9 would make?
3 pounds, maybe. Yeah, because there's about 2 pounds left
Okay.
to make a little one. And you're going to have very little kibbeh left, which is okay because this meat really does, it shouldn't even have, it should have maybe 2% fat, if fat, in it. So you don't want to eat too much fat. Okay, we'll finish with this. We'll show you how to cut this to get it ready for baking, and then I'll make the other one here shortly. The bottom, don't use a sharp knife. So we're going to take a
Any knife in the kitchen.
non-serrated knife, like this, okay? And you're going to cut diagonally. You're going to start diagonally from one corner
Okay.
to the other, like this. Okay?
Yep. Cool.
Does this look familiar, Mark?
That looks familiar.
Okay. And then we have 2 trays, remember, since we're not dealing with a stainless steel tray. This could make little punctures, so we don't want to be we get to the bottom, we're not actually slicing big time here. Okay, now we're gonna go the opposite way. From one corner to the other. We're gonna make little diamond shapes on the kibbeh. Okay.
And there we have it, folks. Complete cut kibbeh.
Okay. All right, now make little holes in the top of your kibbeh.
Oh, look at this. Okay.
Just like that. Drizzle holes.
Is this a joke?
Yeah, it's not.
Poking holes in the kibbeh.
Poking holes in the kibbeh. All right, and this is in my way. We're going to take olive oil again.
Oh.
And we're gonna. This is how we cook the kibbeh.
Cool. Wow. Okay.
Drizzle olive oil on the top, and see, since we're out of olive oil, we got to go get some more.
Is that enough or no?
No, it's not enough. We're leaving that alone, and we'll do that when we go to cook that. Then we're gonna take butter. Did you buy butter?
Yeah.
Good boy. And we're gonna take little shot bays of butter and plop them on top.
Wow. All of you health nuts out there, this is about the only fattening thing we've been using the entire process.
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But I don't use that much of it. That's what makes it good. Okay, that makes it round and hot.
What is the oven temperature set at?
Well, it's good at nothing now. We're gonna put the chicken in. We're gonna put, yeah, you always cook it without anything on top, so when we put the chicken in, we'll do that. Now we're gonna get ready. We're gonna get this ready to freeze. How we do that is try to get plastic coated freezer paper. Because you don't want the meat to get freezer burn, although it's not gonna be in the freezer that long.
We're heated on 425, and there's a preview of what is to come. How long will it
Nice and
cook?
crusty till it's done.
What? Come on! You can't do that.
At least a couple hours.
Really? At
At
425? Wow.
At least.
Okay.
Well, the more you have in the oven, the longer it takes to cook.
Okay.
So,
But if it was just the kibbeh halva?
if it was just the kibbeh, probably about an hour, hour and a half.
Okay.
The finished part.
We do.
Helen's finished. It's been fun working with you today. Come back and see me again on another day. And we'll cook the douche. And we'll cook what arish. And we'll cook bye.
Cutting you off.
حبيبي حالي وش عامل فيك يا قاسي لكن والله ناسي وباقي للمحبة كمان في قلبك تعالي المحبة قلوبي ما تقدر حبيبي
Alright, here it is. You have 15 seconds, Mom.
Okay, here we have the baked Lebanese chicken. Woohoo! The kibbeh that has shrunk up,
Nice.
but it's some harmasa, as Sito would say.
Say that's all, folks. That's all, folks. That's all, folks.
Say that's all, folks. Tell 'em. That's it.
All right.